everybody, I'm Jackie, the Sewing Pastor's wife, and this is Friday Sews, even though it's Saturday, because hashtag Friday Sews, that's what Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room started, and that is what I'm participating in, even though it's a day late. I'm actually a week and a day late because I missed last week altogether. But Friday Sews is where sewists from all over the world come together and share what they've been doing in their sewing rooms, what they want to be doing in the next week, and a little bit about life. And I can tell you, for me, it's been a great boost in my sewing mojo, and it has really caused me to push through when I get to a point where it's difficult, and I already see some improvement in my sewing, which you're not going to see much of today in the things that I've sewn because there still are mistakes. But anyway, they're just different ones. So I've learned some stuff, and I can't wait to share it all with you. First, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing not a me-made shirt. It's from Marshalls. I love this t-shirt, though. I just bought it because when I was going to make the dress for Mother's Day, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it done, I decided to get a backup t-shirt, which I didn't wear this either. But anyway, it's such a cute t-shirt. It's got little flutter sleeves. I love the way it fits. Anyway, I love it, but I didn't make it. I would like to make some just like this because I don't normally like V-necks because they're usually too low on me because I must be short from here. You know, this measurement must be short, but this one is perfect. I love it. So anyway, that's what I'm wearing today. But let's get into what I sewed because I actually sewed stuff. However, both things are not finished because both things I have to redo something. The neckband, always the neckband, but it's a different neckband problem than I've had before. So first of all, let's start with the LDT in a tunic length. I was going to make it a dress, and then I don't know why I decided to make it the tunic length. But anyway, I made it in this lovely dark blush mauve. I don't know what color this is, but I love this color. Here's the thing, though. I found out if you sew with solids do not cover up any boo-boos at all. So prints are definitely better for beginners because it does cover up a multitude of sins. So I was super pleased because I measured carefully my neckband. I decided how much to go, how much stretch to give it, whatever, or how long to make it based on what I felt like was the right, the amount of stretch. I got the length right, y'all. It lays nice and flat, and it looks decent. I haven't ironed it yet, so I haven't ironed it, but I'm really happy with the front. However, in the back, I'm so frustrated. On this side, it looks great, but on this side, look at that. Look how narrow it gets. It just is not even. So I'm going to take it out and redo it because I need to make myself do that. And also, I don't have hair long enough in the back to cover it. Probably if I had longer hair, I would just go with it and not worry about it. Also, there's some puckers back here that I don't think are going to come out with ironing. So yeah, I'm just going to redo that because it's good practice for me. And yeah. So also, it's too big again. What is it? Why can't I measured, and it's still really big on me. Which that's not a terrible thing. It's so comfy. Of course, it's DVP, so that's nice and soft anyway, but it's really comfortable. So anyway, there's that. I've got to come back and finish that, and then I'm also going to have to come back and finish this. I made a little shirt for my grandson, Arlo. Now, I kind of knew this when I bought it. It's not very stretchy. It's got some stretch, but it's not super stretchy. And I think that's what happened with the neckband. So this is a free pattern. I can't remember where. I'll look it up and put it in the description box. But it said that if you wanted to make like a more scoop neckline to cut out the longer neckband, if you wanted it to be more like a crew, to cut out the shorter one. So I cut out the longer one because I know me. I know you can cut shorter, but you cannot cut longer, obviously. So I went with the longer one, and I was like, oh, it came out perfect. It looks fine. It's so wide. It is so wide. And I think part of it is because it's not really a scoop neck. It's almost like a boat neck because it's so wide. I think part of that is because it is not very stretchy, and so it doesn't drape at all. It's like straight across. Anyway, I did a fairly decent job with this one otherwise, except for the fact that I've just noticed that the neckband is upside down. Like, yeah, the pattern goes upside down. So I'm going to have to think that through before, when I make it again, cut it out again, because, yeah, I don't exactly know how to fix that. I'll have to look at it. It's not making sense to me right now, but maybe it will when I actually do it. So anyway, there's that. Arlo was super excited about it. But here's a question that I have, and I'm going to put this right up so that it covers my face. So right here, when you're coming together and doing this circular thing on your serger, like, it's round, how do you make it not have a V? Because I don't want to have a V. I want it to just go straight on. But anyway, I don't know. I can look that up on YouTube, but if anybody would like to give me some pointers, because y'all know so much stuff. Y'all know a lot. Anyway, those are the two things I sewed over the last 2 weeks. I really just want to come in with an actual finished garment, but hey. Then the other thing that's sewing related in my life was that so this is like my 6th take, so I cannot remember what I've already said. But last week, this like up till yesterday, we had my grandkids. My daughter and son-in-law were celebrating their 5-year anniversary, which was in February, but they were celebrating it now. They went to the Dominican Republic for the week, and so we had the grandkids. And so, yeah, that's why I didn't get to sew yesterday, or not. That's why I couldn't make a video yesterday. It was just wild because I was trying to get them back home and get over here because, as you can see, I am house sitting. I'm not at my house, and it's so nice and quiet here. It's so great. Especially after the week with having the grandkids, because I am definitely 100% not as young as I used to be. So it's going to be a nice, relaxing week. So I'm here I got here yesterday, and I don't go home until next Saturday. So I won't get any sewing done. I don't have my sewing machine with me. And I might go home and sew a little bit this week because I'm not that far from my house. But I might not because I have some projects that I'm working on for writing for the church. Some stuff I need to do. So I may stay here. But I also may go home and sew. I don't know. Anyway, so while my grandkids were here, my husband took off Thursday. And he's like, why don't you go do something for the day and just, kind of relax a little bit. I said, okay, I'm headed to the bookstore. So we have McKay used books. Now, there are not a ton around the world, but there are a few. So if you like books and you know what McKay is, then you know how great it is. So it's like an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So off I went. And I got some books. And then I thought, oh, let me look at the craft aisle and see if they have any sewing books. Score. So I found this book. It's called Simple Modern Sewing. I won't even try to pronounce the name of the author because it is Japanese and I don't know how to say it at all. But it is 8 basic patterns that create 25 favorite garments. And so literally there's 8 patterns in here. They have never been used. So I'm able to, I'm able to go with those. I have some really cute things in here. Some things I probably won't make, like skirts. Maybe when I'm smaller, I will make skirts. But right now, I don't like the way skirts look on me. And also, I never know what kind of shirt to wear with them. So anyway, there's like pants in here. There's some raglan tops. My favorite, though, is this. There's a French sleeved baby doll top. Now, I've never heard of French sleeves before. But there's a glare. It is this guy right here. I absolutely think it is adorable. And I think it's all wovens in here, but the author is Japanese and I know they are smaller than Americans and their sizes reflect it. I cannot fit in any of these right now yet. I cannot fit in them yet. So I got them for $3. I showed up to my daughter and there's a couple of things in there that she liked. So I can at least start with her if I decide to make it. Then I got the Colette Sewing Handbook. And this was $5. And I got this. It has 5 patterns in it that I can't even at the moment remember what the patterns are. But the reason that I got it is for the photographs and the step-by-step instructions with pictures and all that she gives in this book. She's really teaching you how to do stuff in a detailed way. I'm trying to find a specific thing. Okay, so like making bias tape, which I know there are YouTube videos and stuff, but I think it's also nice to have it in book form sitting on the shelf, and also it's pretty. But I can refer to that. It's a great, I think it's going to be a great reference book. So for $8 total, I got those 2 books. I'm pretty excited about them. So I'll make sure anytime I go to McKay to always look on that sewing craft aisle and see what books they have. So I was really hoping for a Tilly and the Buttons book, but they did not have that. Anyway, it's fine. So I got those 2. That's been all the sewing I've done because, like I said, it's kind of been really busy. So about life, last time I talked to you, I was preparing to speak for Mother's Day, and it went well. We have 2 services. We filmed the first one. We do not film the second one. And don't you know, the second one, I felt like was way better. I communicated more clearly. Because I had a talk with myself because I overthink too much, and then I just overthink. So first service, it was fine. Our first service was great, but I did overthink too much, and I didn't like the way I communicated. Second service, I felt like I communicated much better. Of course, that's not the one that was on video. It is the way it is. I will put a link to it in the show notes. I don't want to, or not show notes, in the description. I don't want to because I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to. But anyway, I'll put a link to our service down there. So if y'all want to watch it, you can. But just know the second one was better. That's all I have to say. Second one was better. I know I can't prove it because it's not on video, but the second one was better. Does anybody else ever think Ozzy just feels like he needs to be in the video today? So I did that, and then let's see. Yesterday was the day that I was supposed to start house sitting, but we had my grandkids. So my granddaughter had her ballet recital yesterday, and I had to take her to ballet. So if you've seen pictures of my granddaughter, you know they are mixed, and she has, I guess she has mixed hair, but it definitely leans more to her daddy's side. I can't barely do my own white girl hair. So anyway, today the difference between the way she looked for the actual recital versus the rehearsal was dramatically different. So I feel like I spent half the day yesterday trying to get her hair tamed for that. She has beautiful hair. It's very big and beautiful, but she had to wear it up in a bun for ballet. Anyway, why was I saying all that? I don't know. So that's what I'll put a picture up here so that you can see her in her little ballerina costume. But she had a recital today, and I'm so sad because she's done with ballet. She wants to move on to figure skating and gymnastics. That's what she told her mom. So this was her last ballet recital. I'm so sad because not just her in the recital, but all those little girls. They're just so cute in their little ballet costumes and dancing. They're just adorable. So anyway, she's going to be moving on to gymnastics, which probably definitely fits her personality better. So I feel like I had a point. Don't know what it was. Other things going on in my life. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but when I started doing Friday Sews video that same week, I actually started Weight Watchers. So since I've started Friday Sews videos, I have lost 17 pounds, and I am so excited. I know that Weight Watchers works, so I'm not surprised that it worked. I am surprised that I worked because, pretty much any diet thing that you follow is going to work if you follow it. But Weight Watchers, I know, is tried and true for decades. And so I decided to try it. My husband and I set a goal to lose 20 pounds by July 31st, and I've already lost 17 because I gave myself a really conservative weekly weight loss because I know me, but it's actually gone way better for some reason, and I've lost already 17 pounds. So my husband, he's not doing Weight Watchers, but he's watching what he's eating, and he's going to the gym every day. So annoying. He's so dedicated to it. I have not worked out much, twice. But I have lost 17 pounds. I'm so excited. Now, the problem is right now, I am between sizes in my clothes. So, like, the jeans I'm wearing right now are very baggy. And my husband's like, looks like no, you need new jeans. So I actually bought the same jeans I'm wearing in the smaller size. They're a little bit too tight. And I also don't want to buy clothes because I want to make them. But also, I'm losing weight and I'm going to continue to lose weight because I've lost 17 pounds, but I need to lose a whole lot more. So, anyway, if I keep going on the path I'm going, I should be to my goal weight by around the first of the year. I'm so excited. And then I'll be able to sew the patterns from the Japanese sewing book. So, that's pretty exciting. I'm house sitting for this next week. That's definitely exciting, super relaxing. And I think that's about it. I totally forgot to look up the question for discussion that Jen gives out, so I don't know what it is right now. That's okay. My sewing plans for this next week are none. However, I think I'm going to show you my sewing planner. I've been kind of holding on to it because I knew there might come a day when I didn't get any sewing done, and there's probably not going to be any sewing done this week. So I'm going to share with you my digital sewing planner that I created so you can see how I do that. And then what do y'all think about, because I really need to do this, I am going to organize my sewing / office at my house, my sewing room / office, because it's not very well organized. It's messy. I have too much stuff in there. So what do you think about me maybe filming that process like on fast mode? I don't know if you've watched cleaning videos and stuff, but they'll put it where it's faster because who wants to watch me move that slow? But Sally from Secret Life of a Seamstress she just went through her stuff and it kind of inspired me, got me thinking about it. But I thought if I film it and I tell you I'm going to film it, then that's going to make me actually do it. So there's a couple weeks this summer when the grandkids are going to be away at camp. Larry and my son-in-law and Madison are youth pastors, and they have like 6 different youth camps they're going to this year. And some of them I'm keeping the kids, and then some of the kids are going. But there's at least 2 that they're going to, that they're taking the kids. So I thought that would be a perfect week to go through my sewing room and organize it and film it. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments. And so I'll take all your organizing tips as well, because I'm going to need all the help I can get. But in my sewing room, it's actually like the front room of the house, like the formal living room when the house was built. So there's a closet, like a coat closet, and all my sewing stuff is in the coat closet, which is great. It's hidden. That's good. But I have this big thing of built-ins, which is right next to my sewing machine. And that's where my sewing stuff should be. But right now it's like my office supplies, like overflow paper and pens and envelopes and file folders and things like that, which are great and they're necessary. But I don't get into that cabinet every day. I do get into my sewing stuff multiple times a week though. So I'm like, duh, let's do a switch. But I thought maybe I would film that. And so it would motivate me to do it and maybe motivate somebody else who wants to get their stuff together as well. So anyway, I'm gonna try to do that in June sometime, because I think that's when their 2 weeks are that I won't have any grandkids. So we'll see. So let me know what you think about that. And I guess that's it. I will see you Friday and we'll talk about my sewing planner. And happy sewing. Bye-bye.